might notice. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Texas Longhorns taking on the #1 team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Vanderbilt's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and anytime this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
They're bringing heat. Flushed out of the pocket. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yes.
Oh, look out! He's at the 20. He's got 47 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play. Breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game, that sets the tone for this offense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vandy. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Texas Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
The pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking for room, it's Jamison. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Lets it go. He's got it. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Third down is money down, and they were money. Great job getting the football to your playmaker, and then watch, after the catch, making the play, getting the big first down. Now you're set up in great...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
14, Texas, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And full extension down the right side for the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
The offense gets in those multiple tight end looks. You kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but to put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
Pressure coming. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. So now on comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
What a play by this offense, finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First down to start the drive after the break. Quick completion on the out route. On the move at the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Jamison. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Firing to the right, complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really...
Into the house. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers.
Running toward the tape. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They're trying to get to him. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll try the run. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Let's it fly. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Commodores are flying down the field. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Jarvis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Second down coming up. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on second down. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Commodores getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Play number 9 on this drive. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Safe completion on the screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors! And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score. Vanderbilt, 28.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you've got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, left and grabbing. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll immediately call timeout. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. Absolutely perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And the Commodores will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got it. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. All kinds of running room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back.
Picks up one. Brings up second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll toss it to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time.
Touchdown, Vandy! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
38, Texas, 3.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And
it's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Longhorns! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Jamison. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Wide receiver shows motion. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Open space at the 25. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contest.
Touchdown, Commodores! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
Texas, 10.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll run it on the counter. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, They've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He's got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the end.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Now the pitch. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. And the Commodores are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. The give to the tailback. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The give to the back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Might as well stick with him. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And the beatdown has ensued.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
Here comes the Texas offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. to the air on first down. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Makes the grab. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. Breaks the tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. Looking downfield, it's Pollock. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
3rd and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.